Hi, I'm Russell Lockhart, and welcome to Real Perspective. Today we'll be going through Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie, and The Burial.
Paw Patrol.
Yes.
Is that a cartoon?
It is definitely a cartoon.
I love cartoons. Anyway, okay, Paw Patrol, and then, what was it, The Burial?
The Burial.
This is Halloween month. Are we talking about a horror movie?
It's not a horror movie. It is actually based on a real story, a true story, about a funeral director who was getting buried by trying to be put out of business by a big conglomerate.
Okay, all right,
so
all right.
It's really cool.
Okay, so we're going to start with Paw Patrol.
Yes.
Okay, this is one for the kids, but some of us older kids too. Anyway, I'm going to play the trailer right now. Here you go.
It's showtime!
When our world is threatened, one team is ready to launch.
Did he say lunch?
No, I said launch.
The meteor's heading straight for us! Whoa! It's giving off some kind of energy. I didn't do it. No way.
This September,
I think we've got superpowers. And that's why I wear a hard hat. I feel the need for super speed. I'm a wrecking ball. Surf's up. Look at your paws. Great. Now the clumsy pup shoots fireballs out of his paws.
a new breed of heroes
Superpowers are real.
hits the big screen.
We're gonna need a new name for ourselves. How about the Paw Patrol? But more. With just a little bit extra. Yeesh.
How about the Mighty Pups?
Those should be my superpowers.
Coming in hot.
I'm gonna take them one by one. Oh my goodness! I can talk! I have so much to say!
Give me that.
It's showtime! Well.
Humdinger.
He looks different than I remember.
All right, puppies! Playtime's over!
When you go up against one of us, you go up against all of us.
Let's go! Now that we're super, I'm never gonna get to sleep.
Well, you're probably more tired than you...
You've got to be kidding me.
Okay, well that was cute.
Yes, it is. It is very cute.
Okay.
This is a good old-fashioned family movie, no doubt about it.
Nice.
In these days where we can't trust Disney much,
No.
I mean, Disney tries to push a lot of agendas and everything. It's nice to see something that is just for fun. I was lucky enough to take my 4-year-old grandson to see it.
Okay.
And he absolutely loved it. Now, I kind of rate kids' movies this way. I kind of see, what do the kids do? You know, the kids may love it, but is it something that the kids will love and adults will get it? And, you know, you have those kind of movies. This is one that the kids will love and the adults will love. It was a cute movie. The whole premise of this movie is, you know, everybody knows what Paw Patrol is. If you know, you probably have kids or grandkids.
It's a bunch of dogs, right?
Yeah, they're all dogs. They solve mysteries and
Okay.
everything, so it's kind of cool. And in this one, and they've had another Paw Patrol movie out like a couple of years ago. Well, in this one, there's a meteorite that lands, and it gives them all superpowers. So all the pups have superpowers. So there's some cool lessons in it. There's one of the dogs is kind of small and he doesn't think he can do much. Well, they unwrap that. So I think it's a really cool lesson to teach kids about. But the other one's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. And so they have their superpowers, and then there's an evil person, a mad scientist and an evil person that wants these superpowers for themselves. So that's the premise of the movie. It's very simple. It's a lot of fun. And I will tell you this, my 4-year-old grandson was clapping and cheering the whole movie. It was so cool, so cute. such a great experience for us. But we also, watching the movie, we loved it. It absolutely was just a cute movie.
Okay.
There's nothing negative about it. There's nothing trying to get your kids to think a different way.
Wokeism?
It's just nothing
Nothing
like
woke.
that. It's just so fun.
Is there a gay dog?
Nothing.
Okay,
No.
I'll behave
No,
myself, but,
nothing
yeah.
at all. It is just a fun movie.
Okay.
And I recommend it. I mean, if you've got little kids out there, there are some spots in there that may be kind of scary just because it's an evil, mad scientist. But they do it all for fun, so they don't get all dark or anything. It's not like that. Well, I do know that I've had parents that had kids that couldn't watch something like Cinderella, or not. Well, it was more of Snow White because the evil witch looked really evil at that time. But in this one, it's just there's evil people. They're just kind of we want this for ourselves type of thing. But they're not like trying to kill them. All they're trying to do is take the power. And so it's kind of one of those. But it's a lot of fun.
When you said villain and stuff, do they have a main villain that they go up against? These Paw Patrol?
In the show, I think they may have somebody that comes out. I can't remember his name, but he's kind of trying to undermine some things. So he's in the movie, but then there's a mad scientist in there that they have in there, and they kind of collaborate.
Okay.
But yeah, it's and you don't even have to watch a show to love this movie. It stands alone.
Okay.
It's just like I said, it's just a cute movie.
Now, Paw Patrol, is that on Nickelodeon?
You know what? I don't know what channel.
I think it's on.
I think it may be Nickelodeon, but I couldn't.
Blue's Clues, I think that may be on.
Then that would be Nickelodeon.
Yeah, and it's nice to actually have a movie that the kids can go see, that you don't have to worry about, are they going to be indoctrinated? Are you going to see a gay fish?
Yeah.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
What was that out of Disney? What did they do? What was that? Finding Nemo? It's the other one.
Not Finding Nemo. It was because they didn't do neither one of those. They didn't do a gay fish.
Okay,
I mean, in real life she is, but not
whatever.
But yeah, they didn't do that in that one. It wasn't until years later that they try to put it in the last few years. They've tried to put in
trying to slip stuff in there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Russell, is we have so much trouble. Right now, we're in heated debates all over this country and the world, for that matter, about this stuff they're trying to teach our young kids.
Yeah.
We did a podcast just a few weeks ago about some of the literature, some of the books that they want the kids to read.
Absolutely.
4-year-old or fourth grade or 4-year-olds and 10-year-olds and this type of thing reading books on human sexuality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's refreshing to be able to have a good movie like this.
Exactly, and that's what I liked about it. And like I said, we took the 4-year-old. We watched the entire movie. There wasn't anything offensive. There wasn't anything going, think this way. There wasn't anything like that. It was just entertainment. And it was so much fun.
Can I ask you what your favorite dog of all of that team is? You
know what? I don't remember the dog's name, to tell you the truth. It was a short dog. I keep thinking it's Skylar, but it's a little pup. And it was like okay, I'm short. I'm 5'6". So I know I kind of can relate to that character, where it's like going, I don't know, I'm not tall, I can't play basketball, I can't do this, I can't do that. Where do I fit in? And it gives such a great lesson on, it doesn't matter your size, it doesn't matter, if you're 10 feet tall or 3 foot tall, you find your niche, you can fit in. And so I think that's a great message to tell kids. When we're bombarding them with bad messages now, and
so was that the main theme of the movie? What was the main theme? That's kind of the underlining theme. Okay. But the main theme was that they get the powers and somebody wants them back. It wasn't like it was like this major theme that went along with giving a lesson. That was just a sideline. Okay. Because all the other pups got their big power, and he didn't. And so it was like going, well, that's because I'm short. It's because I'm small. Oh. But they had dealt with it a little bit at the beginning that, I can't do this because I'm little. And they kept pushing him back and saying, we'll take care of this. Yeah. And so it intensified as they got their powers. But that was the only real underlining thing that they had. Otherwise, it was just all about them getting the superpowers. Maybe, possibly,
to start a new show on with them.
Oh, I'm sure. Hey,
superpowers,
this stuff feeds into one another. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
As long as it's clean and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So we're really up on this studio that put together the Paw Patrol movie. Disney, what would really be nice is these other studios coming out with clean, decent shows.
Yeah.
Don't have to shove any agenda down your throat. Just good life lessons for the kids and entertainment. And then Disney starts trying to catch up. That's what it was.
I agree. I would love to see Disney go back to what they were like.
Yeah.
Back whenever I was growing up, and back whenever my kids were little.
Yeah.
It was, you saw Disney, the Disney brand, and you knew you could take them to that, and you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I very much will not take my grandchild to see a Disney movie now until I've seen it, because I want to make sure what it has in it.
Yeah, I just Elemental the other day. And some of these other ones. And why? I'm just so amazed. We have to watch. We're concerned about what public schools are trying to feed our children. We're worried about taking them to a Disney movie because they're going to try to shove some sort of agenda down their throat.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. But
I will say this: I don't care if you look. I'm very live and let live type of person. I am. To me, I'm not God. I'm not the judge, or jury. I don't do that. I will tell people if they ask my opinions what I believe, but I don't sit there and try to tell people, well, this is not the way to live. This is you're going to go to hell. You're going to do this. I try not to do that unless if I'm asked my opinion, I'm going to say it. I will tell you this is how I believe. But it's not my job to be, the judge. This is between the only God. Yeah. I tell people, as I tell people what God's done for me. If they're going to church, they know what's right or wrong. They've read the Bible, So I don't want to get right in the middle of all that. However, here's the deal: when you're teaching any kind of sexuality to kids, whether it be books, movies, anything like that, you're sexualizing kids. You are sexualizing kids when you are teaching them. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's heterosexual, homosexuality, anything. That should not be in a curriculum or in a movie for a child that age.
No.
If you want to do it when they're 13, 14 years old, look, they're old enough to understand that. 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, they should not be doing that.
Yeah.
Period. The end. And that's where I make my stand. And I will get on the soapbox all day long to try to defend these children.
Yeah.
So I love Disney in the old days. I'm very disappointed in them right now. And I really wish they'd go back.
Yes, and the thing here is this. Now, Russell, if Disney came out with a real good one, no agenda, just fun, enjoyable for the children, you're going to say that is
absolutely. Now, as long as it's a good movie. Now, I'm going to still review it. But if they come out with something that just says, here's entertainment, like they used to do, a Peter Pan or a Pinocchio or something that's not.
I love Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, he was awesome, and he's still awesome. I just want to see the old, something that you can take your kids to, and you don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to sit there and go, am I listening for something that I should be covering the ears? Do I need to close their eyes? Do I need to cover their eyes? And that's the thing that I worry about with Disney now.
Yeah.
Not because of just the agendas, but they're trying to push the envelope. Where are they going to push the envelope next? Are they going to add cuss words to kids' movies? Mm-hmm. Are they going to whatever? This is where it gets a slippery slope when you start adding these things in. Then you have to take it to the next level. That's how as we talked about the very first podcast we did. Yes. It's how Hollywood did that. Is with the very first cuss word and Gone with the Wind. And then it went from there,
creeping.
And you get a little bit more, and you have to push the envelope to where now, even like I remember the George Carlin had the 7 words you can never say on television. Yeah. You can say them all on television now.
Oh,
basically it is. So it is one of those slippery slopes that is scary. And I'm not a prude in any way, but I want to protect our kids.
Yes, and that's what we should do. But Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Fantastic movie.
All right.
You have kids, little kids, go see them. Go see them.
All righty. Yeah, I was telling Russell we're going to do a Siskel and Ebert, and if anybody don't know who those two were, they had, and this was, I was a teenager when they started back in Movies at the Bijou or something.
Yeah.
It was on PBS.
Yep.
And Siskel and Ebert were up there in the well, they were in the balcony.
They were in the balcony, and then later they also did like in the seats down there. But most time they did the balcony.
Yeah, the balcony, and they were watching the movies and the review. That was just fun stuff back in the day. Okay, so that's Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, the mighty movie.
The mighty movie.
Want to get that right?
Okay, so now what we've done is we've talked about a kids movie, and we recommend it. Yes. Go see that flavor, enjoy it, and let your kids enjoy that as well. We really, and it's nice to be able to recommend something that's decent. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to turn to a more adult type of show, more for the older people because it is R-rated.
It is R-rated. Yeah.
Okay, and first of all, when he says the burial, I'm over here. Of course, you got to understand with me, with anything like that, it sounds like it's a horror movie. What was the other one I was asking you about if it was a horror movie?
I don't remember.
We reviewed it.
Yeah. I remember you said that, and I'm going, no, it's not a horror movie. Some of them will sound like
The Hill.
Oh, The Hill. That's right.
Yeah, it's because the hills have eyes, and I'm over here going, oh my God.
And that's nothing. That's further than the truth. The Hill is such a great movie.
Yeah.
It's nothing about horror movies. It's just a great movie.
So this is The Burial.
Yeah.
And stars Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
And it's a comedy. So, and it's not a filthy comedy, right?
No,
okay.
not a filthy comedy at all.
Take a look at the trailer now, and we'll be back in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how y'all doing? For all of y'all that don't know who I am, my name is Willie Gary.
Willie Gary.
Willie Gary.
William Gary. Never heard of him. What's so special about this guy, anyway?
Litigation is war. It's a battle. Bam! And I'm not talking about no bullshit either. I'm talking about some Jean-Claude Van Damme ass-kicking shit.
Truth is, I may have gotten myself into a lot of trouble.
I've been your lawyer 30 years. We can find a way out of it.
You've never sued anybody before in your whole life.
This fella tried to bully me out of business, and I don't think I should be expected to stand for it.
Mr. Gary hasn't lost a case in over 12 years.
You suggesting I hire this guy as one of my lawyers?
Y'all come on in.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Gary. Let me introduce you to my comrade.
How do you feel about working with black folk?
I suppose I am a little prejudiced.
Did you meet my team?
I'm Chris.
Sean.
Reggie Douglas. Gentlemen.
He's suing us?
He's suing us? We are a $500 million corporation.
So, how much money y'all trying to get?
$8 million.
That ain't enough money. $100 million.
Who is this clown he's hired as a lawyer?
You'll fight a man.
What made you want to do it?
Because he tried to mess with the one thing that means the most to me in life, being able to leave something behind for my grandchildren.
Let's play some music.
Sun is shining, sky is blue.
Her name is Mame Downs. Graduated top of her class from Harvard Law School.
They had a nickname for her around the office.
The Python.
I wouldn't get too used to me being kind to you, Mr. Gary. Once we begin that trial,
I'm gonna destroy you.
Can't you see that we're golden?
We don't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning this case.
Just trust me, okay? I may have found something.
What does it feel like to be some small-time nobody on the verge of bankruptcy?
Walking tall.
What if I don't win and I let all these people down?
You have been trying to turn this into your own one-ring circus. I got my damn life on the line.
I know that, Jerry. Did it ever bother you?
Oh, the hypocrisy, the hypocrisy.
You sit your ass down.
I'm objecting, Your Honor.
Hey, wait.
What's my...
Can't split the pole. Can't split the pole. Now, come on, Doc.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I enjoy comedy. Jamie Foxx has always been funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And one of my favorite parts of that trailer was when he was saying, "Are you prejudiced?" They're talking about that thing there, and he goes, "I want you to meet the team." I said, "This is fantastic." So they take it on, but it's in a humorous way.
Yes.
But okay, do the review.
So it's a humorous and it's serious. So first of all, know that this is based on a true story. It's got Jamie Foxx and it's got Tommy Lee Jones. Those are the two main things. And then I want to get her name right. Journey. Her name's Journey, and it's Smollett. Journey Smollett.
Journey Smollett.
Journey. She's a great actress.
Okay.
Man.
All right.
So I will say that those are the three main people. Now, this is based on a true story that was written in 1999 in a New York Post, and it was a book. So it was created, made into a book. This is a true story about a Mississippi funeral owner. He owned a funeral and kind of couple of funerals and funeral parlors in Mississippi, and a big conglomerate was trying to just knock him out of the business.
Now, this was Tommy
Lee Jones.
Character.
Tommy Lee Jones, which I absolutely love Tommy Lee Jones as well. So that's what the story is about, is that they go and sue them. Now, I went and did my due diligence, and when they say based on a true story or this is a true story, you have to kind of watch that a little bit. When they say this is a true story, they're pretty much going to stay with all the facts.
Yeah.
When they say based on a true story, I got to watch that. I got to put on my brakes.
Slant.
I got to put my brakes on and go, how much of it is true?
Yeah.
Now, to my dismay, it wasn't a lot of it that wasn't true.
Okay.
And part of it just, the parts that weren't true really just added to the story to make a little bit, a little bit more drama. So one of the things that they did is, that's where Smollett, Journey Smollett came in. So she plays a lawyer that the big conglomerate brings in. She's a black woman, and Jamie Foxx is a black man, and he saw that they were going to go against this black lawyer, so he brings this black woman in to combat him.
Okay.
Now, in the real story, in the real life, they did hire a black set of attorneys, but it wasn't a woman. They just did the woman part to kind of make it that sexual tension and all that. So the movie itself, there's not really a whole lot of bad in it. There are cussing. There is cussing in it. So which
you
kind
can
of
tell that from
surprised
the trailer.
me.
There's a few words in the trailer. Yeah.
This is one of those things that just really kind of get in my craw. They could have done this movie without any of that, and it would have been just as good. And I get it. Sometimes they want to do that for an R rating, but they did that, and it just kind of bothered me. But it is cussing in it, so they get an R rating because of the cussing. Other than that, there's nothing else that's bad. So if you can handle the cussing, that's fine. If you're one of those people that don't like to hear cussing, great, this movie's not for you.
Yeah.
You can watch it on a TV show whenever it comes out on TV.
You get that. They have
a device that takes all the cussing out.
It takes an hour and a half long movie and turns it into 15 minutes.
I always joked about that with Scarface.
Yes. Scarface. Yeah.
So anyway, it's the movie again is where Tommy Lee Jones he's getting older. He's wanting to leave something to his kids, and he had financial problems. So what he's going to do is try to sell 3 of his funeral homes to this big conglomerate.
Okay.
And so he's got this deal worked out with them, and they never follow up on it, never signed the paperwork that he had already signed, and never did everything. What they're doing is waiting for him to just fail. That they knew he had financial problems, so they wanted to go under so they get it dirt cheap. So he sues them. So that's the whole premise of the movie. He sues them. The movie is terrific. It's all the legal parts besides the woman there. All the legal parts are absolutely true. He goes against this big. It's almost like a David and Goliath type of thing.
Okay.
He goes against this big company. Doesn't think he's going to win. And Jamie Foxx is this lawyer that in real life he was like this bodily injury lawyer. He did that kind of stuff, but he never had a case that he lost. And so they hired him as a contract lawyer, even though he couldn't do it. That he didn't do those before. He felt something for this man, and that's what started that. I'm not going to fill in the rest of the movie because it's just all a surprise. If you know the story, you know the ending to this, what really happened in real life. It is, I will tell you this, it is a great ending, a great movie, very uplifting. There's a lot of surprises in there that they do in the movie that actually happened in real life as they found out everything. It's incredible. I really love the movie. I think Tommy Lee Jones did a great job. Jamie Foxx absolutely blows it away.
Okay.
He's great in this movie. His character is fantastic. He does a great job. So I just highly recommend this one.
Okay.
It's just really good. Now again, if you are sensitive to the cussing part, yeah, don't do it. But if that doesn't bother you and you can just see the movie as a movie, then I would recommend this one.
Okay. All righty. Jamie Lee Foxx, of course, he's always been a funny guy. Okay.
Jamie Foxx.
Tommy
Lee.
What am I thinking? Now you get, oh man, it must be, okay, anyway. Tommy Lee Jones. Okay. Jamie Foxx. Okay, yes. I'll get that right. Anyway, but Jamie Foxx has always been, he's had has shows on TV and all that. I remember him playing in Spider-Man. Do you remember when he was that electro dude?
Yeah. I remember him further back than that. I watched a show called, it was In Living Color.
He was in Living Color?
Yeah, he was in Living Color. He was, him and
the Wayans.
Yeah, the Wayans brothers, which I think are fantastic. Jim Carrey got to start there. Jamie Foxx kind of got to start there.
Okay.
So that's where he kind of started honing up his comedy.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay. Now, okay. You said about this. Okay, well, the cussing thing. I'm going to tell you what. You sit down, y'all be watching Yellowstone, and then you're going to criticize this movie. I don't think so. Okay, Yellowstone. I mean, the F word is fluent in that thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, even though it's a great Western, what are you going to do? What do you do with this type of stuff? The thing here is this. Is that okay? Let me ask you this. Let me run down the list. Number one, sex.
No, actually, it's an interesting story about that. Is the guy, the original, the real attorney?
Yeah.
Said that he was watching this very closely, and they had a scene in there that his wife was coming in, and they wanted that to be a sexy scene and really just kind of like dirty. And he said, no. He said,
no,
first of all, he said,
who told him no?
The original, the guy that Jamie Foxx is playing, the real guy.
Dude. Okay.
He said, no, I'm a Christian. I don't want that done. And he said, what happened between me and my wife during our private times is our private time.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be on film. And he said, and I don't want someone to portray my wife as shaking it and dirty and all that stuff. I'm not going to allow that in there. So they took it out for him.
Okay,
so,
good.
It's cool.
Now,
so they don't do. There's no sex or anything in there at all.
Okay, that's good. That's good because half the time they throw that in for I don't know why. And then a lot of the cussing, like you said.
Yeah.
A lot of that you said. Couldn't they do that without this?
Absolutely, and that's what I wonder about if the real guy actually cussed. So because here's the ironic part of this. They open up the scene. First scene you see is Jamie Foxx's character and his wife, and he's up at a church and he's preaching.
Okay.
So I saw this movie twice. I finally put it together of where it was, why this was important.
Mm-hmm.
Because after you watch the movie, when I watched it the first time, and then the second time, I noticed when you see that scene. He's already got the watch and the he was already a big lawyer.
Yeah.
And then the people in the church, I think, were part of the people that he interviewed for whenever he was doing the lawsuit.
Okay.
So I think that's what it is. Now I'd have to go back and see again, but I think that's the way I was putting it together that second time I saw it. But I don't know if the cussing was beforehand and then he became a Christian or what, I'm not sure, or if that was, but it would just, to me, it would just seem like weird because it opened up with a church scene and he's preaching, and then the next scene you hear him getting over there and he's cussing and doing that. So it's kind of confusing on that. I'd rather seen this movie without cussing at all.
Yeah.
Period. That's just the way I feel. But again, I just kind of let it go.
Let me ask you this. Okay, now this is the main character, the dude.
Yeah.
He's at the church and he is preaching?
Yeah, the lawyer, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Or Jamie Lee Fox, if that's
whatever. Jamie Lee Fox.
So Jamie Foxx is over there. He's anyway. at the church and he's preaching.
Yeah, so he's preaching and then down and he's cussing.
Well, so it's the next scene. So I think the way I'm reading this is because then they show the date, and when it was showing that first date, it was 1995. That was a year that actually this all happened. That he was a lawyer.
Yeah.
For them. So it happened in the span of that year. So I have a feeling this is the way I'm putting it together, and I want to go back and see just to make sure I'm right. But I think it's because I think he's preaching at that point because he's so close to these people that he was interviewing, and he got close to his client. Yeah. So I think that kind of changed his life.
Okay.
I think.
You know, it's one thing if, present day, he's preaching, blah, 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 go back 5, 10 years, whatever, and then start the story there, and then he's like that. You know, it could
so I think that's kind of what it was, but it didn't really say it. It didn't really say it, but that's kind of what I kind of took from
Well, you see, the reason that I was asking is because you got a preacher that he's over there cussing and trying to show what kind of a hypocrite this guy is, versus he's a preacher now. 5 years ago, he was cussing and grousing or whatever he was doing, and something happened to change his life.
And what's interesting is that just that scene, seriously, that scene changes your mind about things. Because I thought about that the first thing. First thing I'm seeing the first time I saw it, I see that the church scene, and then the very next scene, you see the way he is.
Yeah.
I'm going, well, that's hypocritical. But then whenever I saw it again the second time, I remember watching that and going, wait a minute. He's got all the ring, so he's already made it. He's a lawyer at that point. And then as they're panning the congregation, I'm seeing people in there I recognize. I'm thinking, I think they were part of X at the end of the movie. Okay. So I think that's the thing. It may be something, and so that changed my mind about that. Maybe that he changed because of his friendship and because of everything.
I like a transformative movie. I mean,
I like that better.
Yeah, better than. But and the thing is, Hollywood does have a tendency to try to show what kind of crazy, hypocritical, preachers and Christians are all nuts and hypocritical and everything else like that. So, you get kind of a sensitive nature with that, And I said, my gosh. No, not everybody's like that.
Yeah. If you see any murder mystery show, it's always if there's a preacher in there, they did it.
Yeah, the preacher did it. He killed him.
If they did this, it's always they always show them in a bad light.
Yeah.
So
okay, so that's good. And Jamie Foxx, he recently, I guess he had some sort of a medical scare.
Yeah, he did.
And I don't know. I guess he came out of it from. I don't know. It was so shrouded in secrecy that I don't. Whatever. But Jamie Foxx, okay. I mean, he's still kicking it around. I don't know. I wish that Jamie Foxx could turn Christian.
Yeah.
You got Denzel Washington, that's another one we haven't talked about is
Equalizer
3. We'll do that.
We'll do that.
But because I like Denzel, man. I tell you what, he almost is kind of like a mentor. Especially, remember that? Okay. Remember the slap?
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, and then he's over there trying to talk to Will Smith during the.
Yeah.
Oh, that was something else. Anyway, during the commercial, I don't want to kind of go around it. So here we have on TV, it was the Oscars, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Rock's up there talking. He's making some jokes about Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm not going to give my opinions on that situation. But anyway, Will Smith comes up and slaps him. And now this is the big slap, right? And so what they did is they were showing scenes about what was going on during the commercial with all that mess going around. And here's old Denzel over there talking to him and said, man, when the devil's there, I don't know. So, he's trying to give him advice, and Will Smith's trying to And it's just,
Denzel is one of those that is just a solid person. He's a great guy. He keeps a hold of his faith. He keeps a hold of what is important. He kind of presents himself very nicely and doesn't try to get in the muck and the mire of Hollywood. Yeah. So I admire that from him. Yeah. And he keeps his political stuff to himself. And he said that before. He said, I think that, we're actors and we're not any more important than people that aren't actors. Our opinions do not matter, give weight just because we act.
But I'm going to tell you what, there are a lot of Hollywood people that think their opinions do matter.
Absolutely. And a lot of people that follow them blindly because of they are Hollywood, It's sad. It's sad.
It is.
As much as I love movies, I'm not going to follow someone just because they're famous. No. I won't do that. No. Some of the people that I love in Hollywood are those that will keep their opinions to themselves. Mm-hmm. You find out later. I find out later that they are conservative or something, and you're going, wow, didn't know that.
Yeah,
but because they don't
say anything in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I know they went work.
But I think as far as Jamie Foxx, I think he's a great actor.
Yes,
I think one of my favorite movies that he did was Ray. I think he's as far as serious movies,
it was so
he did a great job.
Yes,
he's good in comedy, he's good in serious roles. He has it all. He's a really good actor all around.
That's good.
But he does a great job in here. Tommy Lee Jones does a great job. And the Smollett, she does an absolutely fantastic job. And I thought it was interesting with her. I had to go look her up because Smollett there's an actor that tried to fake an attack.
Yes.
And that's her brother. So
that is her brother?
That is her brother. That's her brother.
Oh, no, this is the guy who is on, oh, man, it was a TV show.
It was a Community. No, it wasn't Community. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he tried to fake an attack, a racist attack, and got caught.
Said some guys were beating him up or whatever like that, and he was lying. And oh my goodness!
But yeah, that's a connection there. But yeah, she does a great job. I think everybody does a great job in the movie. It's just one of those. It's comedy.
Yes,
but it is also very serious on that. There's some serious.
So do they call that dramedy?
Dramedy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, dramedy.
And look out, especially for you older people that love movies and have seen movies for many years. The original lawyer for Tommy Lee Jones' character, is if y'all have ever watched now I can't remember the name of the movie now. I can't believe I'm blanking out. His Day Off. It's
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
He is Ferris Bueller's best friend.
That tall dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he plays a lawyer in this one.
Alrighty.
So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I like seeing those little things because I'll notice people in there. And now he's a major character in this, but I'll see I know that I'm dating myself very much, but I've seen a couple of the sons from My Three Sons in movie roles, and they're usually minor roles, like a judge or something like that. I'm going, I know them, and it's kind of cool to see them, and nowadays to see what they look like.
Yeah,
it's always like seeing that. So a lot of times I'll kind of throw those in here on that.
In our day and age there's not much out. Well, there's a lot of stuff out there being put for TV, but I'm over here watching friendly TV with My Three Sons. I'm going through the six, or something like that. And the thing is that was good stuff.
It was good stuff. Yeah,
it was good stuff. Now, okay, one last question about the comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, this wasn't gross out comedy. The kind of trash that they think today comedy is. Okay, cool.
It's more of life comedy. Okay, that's basically it. It is life comedy. It's not like it's comedy. It is just kind of life comedy, just like little things, like you said, pointed out before, where they were pointing out the guy, you're not racist, are you? And he's going, no. He's going, good. I want you to meet my staff and doing that. So that was that's there, but it's not like every little scene is comedy. Yeah. There's very little comedy in it. It's not like it's it's just like the regular comedy.
Okay.
When you have when they first approached Jamie Foxx's him and his staff, and they're saying, we want you to, oh no, we don't do things like that. There's not money in it. We don't do that.
Yeah.
And he's got his entourage back there. No money. We're not going to do it. So that was kind of funny, but it's also kind of goes to the way this guy was in his past.
But then
because at the beginning he was like all about money until he meets this guy and he figures out, finds out his story.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It's a really good movie.
So, would you recommend it?
Absolutely. Again, I will preface that too. If you don't like cussing, don't see it. If you can handle a movie, I kind of block out cuss words.
If you can't handle any cussing in any show, you need to sell your television set.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But if you can handle the cussing, this is a very solid movie. It's a good. Y'all know that I've had a couple of these, like the one we just talked about, The Hill. I love movies that have are like inspiring.
Yeah.
I love.
Inspiring. Taking on the Goliaths.
Yeah.
David taking on the Goliaths and overcoming.
Or even like when you have the underdog everybody's seen Rudy, and the people that watch Rudy just absolutely love it. And I've watched that, a million times. I just whenever I'm feeling down, I've watched some of those movies that are inspiring, that get you going, and it's a real story. It's not something that Hollywood made up. Yeah. And it's a real story.
Something that's going to lift you up. When you come out of that movie house, you're feeling better about things. You're uplifted. You have had a good movie and that type of thing.
And I love that. That's what this does to me. The way it goes through, it's someone's trying to beat down someone, a bully is trying to beat someone down, and you have the courage to go up and fight against it. That right there is enough.
Yep.
So, just watch the movie, and I think you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to love it.
Fantastic. Russell, thank you for those 2 reviews.
Thank you.
That's good stuff. We'll be back again within a week or so.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to be dealing with another movie or 2 or what have you. But y'all, these 2 movies, The Paw Patrol. I love it. I'm sorry. I love kids. I have 2 grandkids and I watch stuff with them. And then this other one, The Burial, sounds good. It's not horror. It's comedy and dramedy or whatever you want to call that. An inspiring show. So, all righty. Well, thank you again, Russell. And we will see you from the balcony. Have a great week. God bless.
Thank you.